alive! Wonderful. I have a prepared thing for what happened the last episode because I'm more prepared now than I usually am.
Than ever.
Congratulations. On the last episode of The Land Down Under, you went through the Drow city of Glintmore and paid a visit to the Samsaran Society. At first, they seemed to be, enemies of Ixena and, unaware of the price of their immortality. Innocent. Turns out they're full of shit, though. That's just the story they tell recruits. The Inner Circle is totally still working for Ixena, totally aware of the bad things they're doing, and that sort of stuff. You fought 3 members of the Inner Circle, abducted them, used some poison gas to remove the memories from anyone still in the tower.
Sweet dream. It is not. It's while a poison, it is the lightest poison I can do.
Okay, I'm sorry. Am I painting you in a bad light? Is that?
Don't. As long as you don't call me a terrorist, I'm a freedom fighter.
Okay. There was a witness, but we can't all be perfect. In addition to those 3 abductions of the Inner Council, you found both the Shabti and the Samsaran of a person named Bishop, and a Yadavian exile who was trying to do a forced memory rip from the Shabti to the Samsaran. All 3 of those people are also in the bag, poisoned to unconsciousness, but able to breathe.
Awesome.
And you also took their documents, like a file folder or something, the journal of the 2 smartest people, that sort of stuff.
The whole fucking filing cabinet.
Yeah. You left the city in a hurry on the back of Thistle and Air Kinetis' centaur, trained by the legendary elf Blast. You fought a Kieran on the way down, and you finally arrived at the city of Broken Chain, Vomar's home, which I should put you on this map so you can tell how far you've come.
Oh, I'm zoomed in.
Yeah,
Me
you're so
too.
zoomed in.
Oh no.
Zoom out.
You're at the bottom. You did well, not the bottom, but
Pretty close.
you're at the bottom of the yellow journey part. Congratulations.
We
You're
haven't
good.
quite. Oh, we aren't in Hickloo yet, but
No,
one day.
I mean, if you want to, if that's your next destination, what's stopping you, really?
Well-
Let's see. I'm gonna put you on the Broken Chain map now because I made a Broken Chain map. Ta-da!
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So as you descend into the city, I think I described it at the end of last session, but you're basically there is a lake in the center of the city. There are small lights that indicate the area that's breathable and not going to kill you if you fly into it. There is
we don't
a
need to
waterfall
breathe.
Oh, that's definitely true for you. There is a waterfall also pouring in from the roof into the water here, or into the giant pool down here. The pool is boiling. It's sort of a steamy, hot situation. I said that wrong. Don't worry about it.
So that's what they do down here.
And there is the lights guide you towards the dock, which is where both aircraft and, I guess, watercraft, if you were very brave, would land. Yeah, these docks are in the Riald district of the city. The Riald are the border clan. They deal with outside races, which is compared to the Kolth clan, where Vilmar is from, that deal with other Yadath, the technology, that sort of stuff, and the Selept clan, who deal with inner planes and the defense of the city. These docks are a large area, large enough to unload dozens of balloons at once, but at the moment there's just one. Next to the balloon, there's a big spider person laying on a hammock made from web, balancing a feather in the air using just her breath. A second ettercap, which is what these spider people are called, is staring at a manifest, back turned to you. But as you land, she spots you with the eyes in the back of her head and quickly turns around and hails you. Is the blockade broken? Can I finally leave?
Oh, well, there was a Kyrian and a few air elementals, but they are no longer in existence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's...
That thing fell into the water. Can we go pick that up?
I'm not the person to talk to about that.
We probably want to talk with Select people. Going underwater without proper authorization is not a good first impression.
That's fair.
As you're talking amongst yourselves, that the Ettercap is walking towards you, and she shakes all of your hands at once, and says, "Oh, thank goodness. This place is so creepy. I'm never trading here again. I've been stuck here for a week."
I would take offense to that, but I understand that Uplander sensibilities are different. I give a shrug.
It's almost immediately that you see them like jump into their balloon and push off with a gust of wind. Like they're just out of there as soon as fucking possible. And as that's happening, an excited-looking Yadathian approaches out of the darkness. They have a very almost acceptable, normal, human-adjacent face. A little bit more insectoid and less fleshy, but it's got the two eyes and the nose and the mouth in the normal orientation, which is a great step. They say, "Hello, travelers. May I ask your business in Broken Chain?" The Yadathian seems to address Thistle first, probably because she's a giant centaur.
Fair.
She explains, "I'm representing the Elven Republic, and I wanted to check your library for information on the artifact that made the Yadathian race. And after that, I was hoping for safe passage into the Plane of Fire. Just a brief visit. I need to see somebody there. This is a bad time for plane a threat, but if you insist, I will see what can be done. In the meantime, if you wish to, you can check the Real library and share some memories if you so choose." It's a bad time for interplanar travel? That doesn't make sense. And then she turns to Homer. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense.
I get. Would I have to roll knowledge of the planes, or would I know?
You would roll knowledge of the planes to know if it's like there is an arcane reason, but as far as you know, there isn't usually an arcane reason. It's more like there's some sort of political thing going on, or people available, or etc.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
34. Yeah. The portal that you have in the city, it should work constantly. The one for the Plane of Fire, at least. The other ones are a little bit sketchier, but this one is the main trading platform, so it doesn't really make sense.
It is likely a political thing. Don't worry too much. These things tend to get resolved in time.
We're actually going to be talking to the leadership. Oh yeah, hey, we're here to talk to your leadership. We're liaisons.
We have been invited as. Oh, firstly, hello. My name is Vomar of the Koth, Honorable Wanderer. These are my companions.
And I'm Donald, and I'm Goofy.
Okay, as you're saying that, first thing is Thistle sort of shrugs and wanders off to the library. And the reply to Vomar of the Kolf, Honorable Wanderer, is maybe not what you're expecting. They sort of perk up at that. They say, "Honorable Wanderer." And the expression on their face is like, really?
I shrug and I say, due to unforeseen pickaxe circumstances, I have lost roughly 30 years of my 100 years of wandering. But what I remember is honorable.
Vomar of the Kolf, you are the... I'm not doing an accent there. I was just talking weird.
You don't need to do the accent.
I will, though. It's great.
Okay.
Vomar of the Kolf, you are the reason this city will survive. Honorable is an understatement. I'm doing Scottish and Russian at the same time.
Keep going. Just flow with it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yep. It's your death culture.
Mm-hmm. So yes, he says, you are the reason the city will survive. Honorable is an understatement. And gives a bow.
I give a polite like half bow back, as in like I acknowledge it, and I say, "It is good to see my memory still lives on." How does the city fare?
All things considered, after your discovery, we are doing better than any other city, or will be, in the time to come.
I think about it. What discovery do I think he's referring to?
You have absolutely no idea. This has to be something from your blank out here, because there's nothing that is about the survival of the city. Nothing that life-changing.
I can say, let's see, do I want to be like, oh, I don't know, I've done so many things? No, I'll ask the elders in private.
Okay. Oh, so you
Uh,
just accept it and roll with it?
Yeah, I'm just accepting it and rolling with it because, maybe this gives me a little bit of hope that me and that gap wasn't a complete monster.
The scene is interrupted by a very distinctive-looking Ydathian running out of the darkness from near where Thistle trotted past. Their face is definitely not like, oh, I should go on the social map and unveil this character. Way at the bottom, it's bottom left corner. Let me and make sure to look real close because it's a weird
Jesus.
one. I found great pictures.
What the fuck?
Let's see.
Oh, big and close.
Wonderful.
Holy shit.
Oh, man.
That is actually hard to distinguish anything.
That's
Yeah, right.
wonderful.
Where am I? Yes. They're like tripping over themselves and they're not out of breath because Ydathian don't have breath, but they look rushed and flustered, certainly. They say, "You're the surfacers, right?" Then they catch a glimpse of those in the back of the retinue. I assume you took everyone out of the bags? Have you taken everyone out of the bags? Your allies, I mean?
Yes, I've taken the allies out of the
The others
bag.
stay.
So we now have a prison bag.
Yes. This Ydathian rushes right past the three of you and towards Loam and Aegis, your two robotic companions. And he is already laying his claws all over them, getting his singular eye right up close to the great discomfort of Loam in particular. Aegis seems more understanding of the situation. Elder Curran, Omar shared some memories of you. Nice to meet you in person, says Aegis. And you do know this person, kind of, Omar. Not very
Okay.
well, but it's a vague relation. They are the elder of, or one of the elders of the cult clan.
I give a respected bow to him.
They're not paying attention to you at all. They're looking at Aegis and they're like, tall, strong, durable, capable of memory transfer and thought. My goodness, you're wonderful. And what's this one's deal? He throws a pebble at Loam, and Loam doesn't move to catch it at all. He says, bad reflexes on this one. Loam says slowly, I was a magical plant potter, carrying some culturally important plants back to the greenhouses above Prometheus. The other soul-forged are a bit quick for my taste, so I take care of the greenhouse. I have some plant friends up there. And you don't know if he's talking about the Goran or regular plants.
I clap my hands in a bit of delight and say, Loam, your timetable will fit perfectly with the general timetable down here.
Well, that's good news. Excellent. The plant specialist I asked for. It will be very important to us. Let me know if you need anything at all. And this one looks almost human, he says, moving a claw closer and closer to Aneski's face.
That one is a Shabti, not a not a construct, but kind of construct.
Neski doesn't do anything, but Paul just starts screaming.
Oh, the Executor Curran is, or Elder Curran is extremely afraid of Paul immediately. Like, small creature. And Bomar, that is you. How has the wandering been?
Well, I will say, currently 7 out of 10. For the 7 decades I remember out of 100. I give like the Yadath equivalent of a smile, saying like it's a joke. It has been grand. It has been a long time since I've been down into a proper depth.
It is wonderful to have you back then. Meeting is within this mealtime. Not too long to wait.
What does that mean?
10 hours. Within
Okay.
10 hours. Surface
And
out.
nowhere in that 10 hours will you know exactly when.
No, he's just thinking,
This is stupid.
This would also be the person to drop your exile off with.
Yes, I say, I have found someone who is, I found an exile using our technologies for memory reaping.
Oh, that is. Haven't dealt with memory ripping in a while. Are they with you?
Yes, I pulled, I asked Ineski to pull them out of the prisoner bag.
She does with a flourish.
Ah, good. Very stylish. I like this one already. Are all Shapti stylish or just? It doesn't matter.
I think about it and I say, all of them are relatively good at speaking and being stylish, yes.
And you're thinking of Bishop right now, because that's the only other Shapti you've met who was not very.
He has a style.
He has a style. You're right. You're right on that one. This is a familiar face to me. I'll have to look into it. And then he says, I have to take plant specialist Loam. Come with. I have to take you to Vanta Farm. We are working on project there that requires your guidance. And if you don't mind carrying this one for me. And Loam does.
How far up was that Vanta explosion we made? Was that
quite a ways?
Okay.
It's closer to the, far closer to the surface than here.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah. Did you think it was this guy's farm?
No, I was thinking maybe we could negotiate with him about it or something.
Oh, I gotcha.
But if it's too far away, it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. So now they are leaving now with those two. The elder says, "I will be with you at some point. They will deal with justice of this one, and then they will be over to the embassy where the meeting is taking place. In the meantime,
Which embassy?
Your embassy. Which is obviously new to just now that you have an embassy here. Let's see.
Oh, you're right. We would get our own, wouldn't we? That's neat.
Or at least the monarchy or the Soul Forged would.
Right. I mean, we are the Soul Forged. No.
That's basically you at this point.
I am the state.
Yikes.
All right. The embassies are all within the breathable zone, which is important because not everyone, most people, in fact, can't breathe other stuff.
Funnily enough, our embassy could be one of the few that doesn't need to breathe.
That's true.
But
I mean, one of the representatives is Wade, who is the dwarf regular.
Oh, right.
Soulforged. So there are still some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll fade away eventually.
So this meeting takes place in a building along a row of embassies. One Romar would know is previously empty. Most of the embassies along this row were previously empty, actually, but not anymore. It's hard to tell what nations they represent, but as you walk by each, you see occasional light on inside or some sign of activity.
These used to be the embassies when this was a drow city we took over.
Makes sense.
Directly across the street from the embassies is the Field of Chain, which is a monument remembering the past slavery of the Daphne people. And it's probably not a coincidence that it's most accessible to the Drow embassy.
I say, if you, I will require, since I visit the city so rarely, I will require some time to renew my vows in the Field of Chains. You can join or you do not need to. There are many delights. Just do not wander too deep without, me.
Fair enough. Ineski and I can just kind of, look around.
Go take some more selfies.
Feel free to go to the library. It
Oh,
is,
oh
I
boy.
helped make it. It's one of my babies.
Wait, you actually made it?
Well, yes, I was here when the city was first liberated.
Oh, right.
I was actually one of the original slave stock.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes, but 50 years of slavery, 450 years of not slavery. I'm hardly a slave. I shrug.
It's getting better anyway. The more time.
Oh, yes. I was a memory keeper, and that is important at the library. They will allow you to take almost any book you want, but the price is usually a copy of a memory.
Oh, I have some. I think I have some good memories for him.
Well, then they might let you take some good books.
Yeah.
Or see their own good memories.
I guess we're gonna go watch some movies.
Let's do
Memory
it.
movies.
Yeah, all right.
I wander into the field of chains, and as you start seeing it, you see some of the chains rise into, like, kind of humanoid shapes. And, like, they're some kind of chain golems. And I start doing some rituals as you guys walk away.
All right. Do you want to wait for him outside the chains, or join him, or like go to the meeting without him? I don't know what you're, or not like to the meeting, but to the meeting area before the meeting is begun.
I guess we'd fuck around in the library and then go and wait for him.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Thistle's in here, like looking through records. Actually, right now, she's giving information about this strange elven land and the world she lives in, and her adoptive mother Blasts, and that sort of stuff. It is. What would that process look like? I'm imagining almost like a, you know, Lord of the Rings with the or not the rings, Harry Potter with the basin, the swirly
The
water,
pensive.
the memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining something like that on the front end at least, but on the back end, a much more elaborate series of weird tubes and etc. to store everything in this tall building. Any memories you want to share or look at? This particular library deals more with like the surface races and other Underdark races, not so much the, you know, other Ydavian and such.
Well, we could try to see if there's any more Samsaran stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's see.
And I can trade dragon movies for it.
Yeah, sure. Let me think. What Samsara hints can I give you at this point? I mean, you also have your books you could read at this point if you wanted to learn more.
Figure we wait
I
for
got
Velmar before we do research on that.
Okay. Let's see. I think the memories you find of that particular stuff, it's a bit thinner than you would have liked, certainly.
That's fine.
Trying to think if there's anything good I've got. Because I'm improvising this now. No, I got nothing. You see many of the, or a couple of the things that you already knew, sort of repeated there. You see at one point, someone, an Eski would recognize as Sabrina, or one of her reincarnations, down here, or her memories have ended up here. Trying to figure out more about the Fountain of Youth and the finger it responds to of the Hand of Creation. But
Okay.
there's no super important takeaways from that. And I think that's all I got for the library.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I emerge from the field of chains. And I guess if you guys aren't out there, I wander to the library to.
Yeah, we'll meet up and continue forward.
Oh no, you can't find each other. You keep walking in circles.
Oh
and
no!
Oh no.
You miss the meeting and all your teeth fall out, and then you wake up and you're still in the
I
monarchy.
You wake up, you're level 3. Revert your character sheets. This is all a dream.
Okay. As soon as you meet up, you go to your meeting point, I assume, at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You find, going along that row of embassies, let's scroll to where I was. Where was I? Okay. You finally see a flag you recognize at this one embassy, because it's the monarchy flag with the words "Soul Forged of Prometheus" written below. It's your
Cool.
embassy, freshly prepared for your arrival. It is completely undecorated, but there is a light within telling you somebody else got here just as early.
Okay. I go in.
Okay. As you
Fancy.
go in, there's a few things in this scene as you go in. It's sort of a main foyer that you're in, almost like a dining room situation, or a family room, one of those things. In the middle of it, most obvious, is a middle-aged, androgynous half-elf with his sunglasses up on his forehead, a windswept mullet, and a unreasonably deep V-neck shirt.
Why
He's
does he
sitting
have
in-
sunglasses? We're underground.
Don't worry about it. He's sitting in a chair that is backwards, giving some real talk to his retinue of bronze kobolds.
I hate him.
He turns to look at you once you walk in the room, and then he raises his eyebrows a bit, and the sunglasses drop down in front of his eyes.
Damn it.
All of the kobolds are clapping at this point. And then he says, "Wait, are you the surfacers?"
Yes.
They are?
Well, you've been up there a while. You count.
Well, if I'm up is opposite of down, so up and the gate's down, so I guess I am a lander.
Yeah. I guess.
The kobolds are very confused.
I'm
A brief
confused.
look of like confusion and like sudden panic comes over the face of the half elf, and they say, "Already? Or wait, when was the meeting? I thought I had a few more days. I would have called off my Kieran so you could get through. Shit."
Wait, that was yours?
Oh no.
Oh, hey,
no.
it's over there somewhere in the water if you want to find it.
Says, okay, all right. Wait, how dead was it when you
Pretty
I guess
dead.
fell? Pretty dead. There's a fleeting moment of frustration on the face of the half elf, and they take a deep breath and they slick back their hair and they say, "No worries, I'll go deal with it."
Wait, what?
and-
Wait. You're not getting out of here that easy. Why the fuck did you put it up there? You were blocking traffic.
That's my job.
To block traffic?
It's a long story. We're gonna inform all of you in a more official manner during the meeting. Don't even worry about it.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
It's not the worst that's happened to the city.
You're gonna say that all day, aren't you? Oh, I stubbed my toe. Not the worst thing that happened in the city. Oh no, my taxes. But not the worst thing that happened. You're lucky to have taxes. We get it, Valmar. We fucking get it.
I'm just laughing. I'm not... And I say, "Oh, too true. I forget that you also have the weight of years and the ability to complain about anything."
You're damn right.
And she takes a swig of her wine.
The many bronze kobolds follow as the half-elf leaves the building, stepping onto the street. And in the middle of the street, he stretches for a minute, then turns into a middle-aged bronze dragon. The kobolds hold onto the dragon's tail, and with one flap of its wings, it disappears from view.
Yikes.
I don't really like dragons, I want to point out.
This is a chromatic dragon. Or no, not a chromatic dragon, a metallic one.
I
Underdark
think,
dragon.
honestly, I would love to see what one of its scales or a pint of its blood would do to a Yadat.
What?
Oh, wait, no, that's inside thoughts that came out.
Valmar. I mean, I'm kind of curious too, but you shouldn't talk like that.
Sitting in the opposite corner of the room is another figure. It's a extremely old human. They are 70 or 80 at least, and they're in robes so thick and so soft it looks like he's just wearing a duvet. He says, "Vomar of the Kulf. Click-clack. How unexpected. Oh, others, a warning. If you can age, you should keep some distance." I twitch, and my touches may turn you very old very fast. "I'm Headmaster Quill of the Academy of K." And with every stutter, it's not like a normal person stuttering. It is a a step in time, a rewind, or a fast forward, or a repeat.
That's weird.
Huh.
Hmm.
That. So I'm trying to remember. Do I remember this person?
No, but you know who they are from, or what the Academy of K is. This would have
Is
been
that a
maybe
surface thing?
No, actually. About 100 years back, this place was found. It had been thoroughly looted before, but the people there were time-locked in a weird way. Basically, whenever they lost consciousness, all of their thoughts, their memories would be destroyed as they are reverted back into infancy. They just become a baby. And then they would grow up over the course of a day. They'd be like 80 years old after 24 hours. And if they lost consciousness, they'd forget and reset again over and over and over again.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was some bad magic. But because you have that memory magic as Ydafian, you're able to, or some wanderer was able to help them a bit and give them items that would just carry their memories forward to future incarnation.
I have nothing to fear from this man, so I.
That's the other thing that works well between you two, as different Underdark factions, is you don't have to fear them, so they can just be around.
Mm-hmm. I say, Nari, you might not want to get too close.
Yeah, I'm over
You're
here.
near the end of your life cycle?
All right.
Life cycle, because she's going to turn into a butterfly soon.
She just takes a drink.
I go up to him and I give him like the equivalent of a handshake.
He has. I also want to point out he has a iron weird like Bomar does, like a little floating pile of magic rocks.
Mm-hmm.
His own familiar is the same as yours because that is where they are from.
Oh.
Yeah, that is the end of his sentence. Anyways,
I say, you must forgive me. I have had my own memory issues. When did we last meet?
we last met 30 years ago, I believe.
Oh, that is during a time which I do not quite remember. Yeah, there was an incident with a pickaxe going through my skull.
I can relate to that. They think for a minute, it's like, how best to sum up our time together? You were a bright student of the academy. Your research into Vantastone gave us great insight. But then you made a weapon out of it, and I expelled you. But no hard feelings.
Oh, I don't feel bad about it because I don't quite remember. Could you tell me what this weapon was?
You found a way to make the Drogar become dwarves again, to expose them to the sunlight, even underground.
Why would you want that?
It's I start trying to think about it, and
Duergar are not
metalize.
good to those who have been exposed to the sun. Just seeing the sky means they are influenced by the outer planes,
Hmm.
and that is bad for their culture, anyways. And it physically marks them too.
So it's a
Takes away from
cultural.
yeah, it's a cultural taboo.
I see.
Also, this is all the weird dwarves in the mining town, the racist ones.
Ah.
They used to be Duergar, but they got attacked by this weapon.
Oh.
Interesting.
I do believe that it was, as generally speaking, I cannot say what I was thinking at the time, a way of dismantling the worst parts of Dweger society without mass casualties. But looking back at the professor, I say, I understand why I might be expelled for it.
I'm glad you understand. Let's see. If we're the only ones here, I think the meeting may still be a few hours away. I'm going to have to take a nap, or else I may die during the meeting. If you want to find the others, here's a list. And with a wave of his old hands, seems to create paper and write names on it. Otherwise, settle in for a long rest. Might be the last peaceful slumber in a while.
What? Why'd you say it like that? You didn't need to say it like that. Oh no.
He's now okay.
Yeah, he's got his own vial of sweet dreams, and he's just...
Oh god, he forgot the conversation we just had.
I do believe the political situation of whatever is happening is it's going to be affecting things. I do need to rest to get spells back.
All right.
But
I bet there's a
we
bed
can
in this
also-
embassy or something.
Yes, there would be stuff like that.
But we can also explore a little bit of the city before the meeting.
Sounds good.
All right.
I do believe there's a few people I want to meet of my clan, and I only need 3 hours to get spells back. So I imagine the meeting will probably be in 5.
Yeah, around there. Okay, I think you have your rest, and a little while later, as you wake up, you see lights in the chain ceremony. You also would notice that you would notice that the headmaster who just fell asleep on the bench, they immediately reverted into just a baby, and the robes also shrunk down into like swaddling robes.
Oh.
And that's their current situation. You could see them growing quite rapidly, though. If you did a time lapse, it would be very disturbing.
So wait, what happens if we touch him while he's awake? We get older.
Oh,
but if we touch him,
you will likely age a year or two, but
if we touch him while he's going to sleep, would we de-age?
Roll knowledge arcana or knowledge local.
Well, that would be.
I'm going to try.
Did
Hey,
we?
Ian, can you roll that for me?
Yeah, exactly. Because I can't.
Well, you're thinking out loud, so that Bomar can think for you.
Exactly.
Okay, knowledge arcana. Luckily, that's my strong suit.
Oh, and I can also put this guy in the social map and your dragon. I forgot to do that.
26, Frosty.
26. Okay. You can tell the answer you have is it will probably just also age you. In general, time magic rarely goes backwards.
And if it goes backwards, it is usually bad for person involved.
Mm-hmm.
The river of time is a strong thing to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, and it all ends with Shaika. I shrug. Meta-wise, I am a priest of Shaika. the Shaika, the janitor god.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So on
Not
your list,
actually
if you
called
want
the
to go looking, there is. Let's see who's left. So, Curran would probably come back by the time you have, finished your naps, your respective naps. Aegis and Wade are with you. Ilya might come back in time. Yeah, he'd be back by now. Headmaster Quill is over here. Okay, so there are 2 people in the chains, and you're also waiting for one person on this list who has just the name Viltu the Eldest. And their last known location is guarding the North Gate.
Please be respectful to Viltu. He is.
I don't think you actually know this one person. They are not. They are an ancient Yidad. They are not from the city.
Okay. I did not. I thought it was one of the.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That is. They are the eldest by quite a margin.
Be respectful and wary of Viltu. You see, there are two kinds of Yadath. Yadath like me, and ancient Yadath. Feral Yadath is the less nice term to describe them.
What does that mean exactly?
They were the Yadath before the flesh warping. They are
Oh.
strong, durable, immortal, usually large, and usually aggressive. Less civilized, but
You know, they don't build cities, but they're not less intelligent. They don't build cities. They don't live
Yes.
in communities. They just wander. That's
they
strange.
are immortal wanderers who prowl the deepest depths of the Underdark.
Everything's so ominous today.
I apologize. It is normal for my people.
All right. So if you're going to, do you want to greet the two in the field of chains, or are you going to wait for them to come?
I'll probably go to the Field of Chains.
All right. You
The
hear
others don't need to join.
the talk of one person there leading a kind of ceremony that you just went through, Wilmar, but
Mhm.
a bit different. In tone mostly, and a bit more expository, maybe. They're saying the real clan deals with the races besides our own, and often that is a fun situation. Often kindness comes from strange places. Often we learn and laugh. But often is not always, as the Celept reminded us. Once upon a time, we lived without the protection of a city. We were kind and open, and we were enslaved. We were chained, experimented on, brave to be a that one went out way weird. We were chained, experimented on, bred to be a race of magical slaves. In some dark corners of the world, we still are. That went to from Russian to Scottish to normal. Dang it.
Don't worry, just keep rolling.
Okay.
Doing great.
We broke out enslavement 700 years ago. This field is full of the chains that once bound us. No ordinary metal, the Drow enchanted them to be as immortal as we are. These chains would still be wrapped around our necks if we did nothing. These chains were built to hold us for thousands and thousands of years, and until they rust away, they remind us of where the Drow wanted us to be. Here, we ended our enslavement. We threatened, we killed, we fought with what they could not take away. When our spells ran short, we did not surrender, we fought with claws. We flooded the city, the whole steamline with death. Thousands of Drow choked in their sleep. We were monstrous, because we had to be. Now we live in peace. We forgive. We build new bonds of trust, new friendships. But we remember how terrible those friends might become when they need to be. And we remember what we may need to be to survive. As you get closer, you can see it's two people in the field. One of them is, I don't know if you would recognize them as such, but they are Elder Rayan of the cult, of a very humanish face. Like, again, that's a Rialt style of trying to look less unappealing. And another one who seems to have a very mixed appearance. The other one is just kind of listening solemnly.
Yep. I'm not going to interrupt them. If this is probably one, the one listening is probably a neophyte.
Neophyte. I need to look at what neophyte is to know if I can tell you.
AKA very new to this.
Ah, yes, that would be correct. The young one says, "Does that mean I made the right choice?" And the other one says, "I don't know. We'll find out. You may have made a right choice. Maybe the world would be better. Maybe maybe the city ends. Maybe the city ends and we needed the Select to survive. Maybe the city would end either way and the Select will survive without us. It is hard to say. Whatever the case, it is your choice, and you have made it." And they're just like real bummed out about the situation they're in, but it sounds like whatever they're talking about, it's already done.
I've already done my prayers here, so I don't need to.
All right. So a few minutes later, then, I guess all three of you would end up going into the embassy.
Sure.
All right. I think Vomar comes in first, and the other two come in behind, not having seen him. Elder Rayan introduces himself. He says, "Hello, I am Elder Rayan. But to see so many of us so early. Or late, I don't know." They look to the sleeping Headmaster Quill to try and figure out if they're early or late, because those people seem to have a much better understanding of time. It's a bit more important to them.
I say we are exactly in the middle of meal, so.
Perfect then. I would like to introduce all of you to Souffle, the last of the celeb. And
I hear that, and I just turn like.
There's nothing too bad that has happened. We had a disagreement on what we should do. With the celeb wanted to leave, and we wanted to stay, and the celeb left. This one had the hard choice to make. And Vomar, you know that generally when there are hard decisions like this, all of the different people, they take their respective parts, make a new Yadav, and like give them the memories they need to make this decision, and they're an impartial mediator. Genetically.
What I saw was the Judicator. It is a...
Yes, effectively.
I was wondering what decision was made. No worries, I still require a little more information. A clan leaving the city is important.
They have gone to the plane of fire to survive what lies ahead. We are still missing Diltu, yes? Okay. They are guarding the north gate. I wonder where they... And then there's a knock on the door. And just the biggest, baddest, least Yadathian-looking Yadath you've ever seen walks in. Let me see. They stand as tall as an Eski, towering over every other Yadath you've seen. They are perfectly symmetrical, unlike the more haphazard construction of most Yadathian. Their face is one chitinous plate, with yellowed eyes peering out from behind. They look about as imposing as you'd expect of someone who has survived the Underdark for 5,000 years. They hold on a rope a dozen Vantastones of ascending size. The one on the bottom is so big you could use the rope as a flail. And you would know that somewhere there's a small pink life form associated with each stone, but it's not obvious where. They're sort of looking at it as they walk in, waiting for something. And walk in without announcing themselves and without really addressing anyone in the room.
I give a light bow. Sort of I acknowledge your existence kind of bow. And
that they roll their eyes at that, actually.
He seems
Take
friendly.
a seat on the bench.
I start bringing out some food.
All right, that's fair.
Food.
Let's
drink.
see. The headmaster has woken up. They're about, I don't know, 11 right now. So like just a kid, big robe, big hat, just like sitting up and being like, "Oh, good, it's time for all of this meeting stuff." Olioth is also returns in style with all the kobolds coming behind and saying, "Good news, the Kirin was dying, but not dead.
Oh,
So that's a score."
fancy.
It was It managed to not drown, and it managed to not bleed to death. And that's a good Kieran. I mean, damn. Whew.
I sort of look at you two, and like in a subtle shrug, being like, "I thought we killed it dead."
I mean, as it was falling, it said, "I regret everything." If you'll remember my joke from the previous session,
Ah.
it was actually important-ish. The meeting starts with some like introduction, some regular stuff like that, and as this this ancient Ydathian seems to be just a massive asshole almost immediately. Like people are talking and like trying to greet them nicely, and she just sighs and says in a shrill voice, "I don't need any more fragile people tomorrow, and I don't want to miss you when you're gone. Just stop talking to me." Like that sort of thing. And yeah, the meeting is kind of starting. They haven't really addressed many of the key points that you're on, and pretty quickly, it is interrupted by a surge of black vapor rushing into the ancient Ydathian string of Bantastone, coming in very quickly from the south. The stone at the top takes in vapor, the smallest one takes in vapor, it starts to suck in air, and then produces an angry pink plant, maybe the size of a squirrel. The Ydathian wraps the string around the plant, elegantly immobilizing it, and then says, "Of course, 2 meals without any event, and the moment I leave, something is coming." And then there's more vapor, and the next stone starts to make the plant too.
Oh, it's
And
it's an alert system. It's clever.
This continues until the biggest stone, which is about producing a Banta plant creature about the size of a house cat. And this Ydathian says, "Didn't miss the smallest, didn't avoid the biggest. Killed within 30 seconds despite the distance between them. Something destructive at the gate. Hey, I have to be here for this meeting. With the soft surface Ydathian do me a favor?" They're looking at Vomar.
Mm-hmm.
Take your breather pets to the north gate. You'll prove you can kind of survive 10 minutes of the Underdark without help. I don't really.
I just kind of do a smile and a shrug, and I go, "Well, it appears like murdering things is kind of what my companions are best for."
And Nari has the bow appear and looks the big one in the eyes.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it, actually. It's funny.
Paul screams.
Good thing we're just friendly here.
I put on my goss mask. I guess you guys put on your mask.
Are you going to fight the thing she's talking about, or her?
She's
talking about.
She's
Okay.
threatening her, but she's going to go outside.
Viltu seems. I mean, you could roll an intimidate check if you want. But I think she's unimpressed.
Oh, it doesn't. She's not trying to intimidate her because it wouldn't work anyway. But her intent is clear.
Yeah. All right. So as the meeting is getting interesting, you are sort of asked to walk out and go to the.
You know what? I leave my familiar in there.
Huh. All right.
So that I can get from its recollections what they talked about.
No, I like that.
Clever.
And you are going towards this downwards path. Sorry, I meant to say from the north. I rotated this map 180 at some point.
Oh, that's fine.
So the downwards path, the north path.
It is weird that you flipped this map so that the downwards path is north.
Well, I did that specifically because when it was downwards was down, I was like, does this look like a side view map somehow?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let me take you to. Yeah. So this path has a halfway down it is a much wider cave than the streets are, but halfway down there is a sort of barricade, a stronghold. It's like a castle built into the path itself. Sort of drow-looking construction, big spider motifs, that sort of thing. or motifs, or however that word is supposed to be pronounced.
Motif.
Motif. Okay. The gate is completely unguarded at the moment. It's closed from this side. You can easily open it, but it's unguarded.
Can we look? Is there a way to like go above it, or is it?
I do say, Aneski, you might want to cast that ablative thing you can now do.
Oh,
The
yeah.
witch?
Ablative barrier.
Okay.
Are we?
And
do you want
I
to
am
haste
going to
us on the way out?
Of course. And I'm also going to cast heightened awareness and
I really want heightened awareness. I need to get that somehow.
since I don't really know what else we're going to face,
And I'll do a gravity bow.
okay. When I see it, I will haste. So my familiar is not here, sadly.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, familiar.
And I guess after I cast the spell, I will rage.
All right. Seems about right. Oh, wait. I forgot to add. There is a... as you walk out into this path, it's not that wide past the castle. And right at the very south of this map, you're on the right? Yeah.
Yep.
Right at the very south of this is the gate that you just came through. And at the very front, it's sort of a sheer drop, kind of. And not quite sheer, but it is very close. You would need some sort of magic or a lot of patience climbing to really get up there. And at the top of that slope, there is a... you can see a faint glow there, like a faint magmatic kind of glow. And there's something there crying, like... it's speaking Ignan and saying, "Help! Help! Ah, help!"
I have
I'm going to
England.
cast communal resist energy fire.
Okay. Good call.
Nari speaks back and says,
Why do you need help?
I'm hurt. I'm injured.
Why are you hurt?
Don't ask questions. Help me.
I'm gonna do a sense motive.
You shut up and just take it.
And where's it on the map? Oh, it's all the way up there. Jeez.
All the way up. This is not a top-down view, by the way. This is a rig.
Wait, what?
Just want to make sure that's clear. This is not, or this is top-down. Yeah, this is top-down, not side.
Oh, I was gonna say if it is side, what the fuck?
Yeah. This is a straight vertical path downwards. 30, yeah. They're lying. You're not sure why.
Are you laying a trap for us?
That is a bold accusation.
You didn't say yes or no, fucker.
She's gonna hold her bow up and see if it reacts.
Okay, you see it just... I don't think it can see you from this range, actually. Oh, no, wait, it's a glowing bow, isn't it?
Yes.
It would at least light up her a little bit, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is, actually, Vomar roll, knowledge local.
Knowledge local.
150.
Wonderful.
That's a distance.
Plus...
Oof.
17.
Okay. I mean, it's a pretty easy roll just because you've been here, or you know what these are, that they're kind of native to this area, or a bit native to the local terrain. These are lava children. This is a lava child. And so they are looking at a very intimidating, like, backlit, or a frontlit Nari. And they take just a great move, and they just sink into the floor.
Hey, that's cheating.
It is what they do.
I'm pretty sure this is a trap.
Oh, most definitely. I cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
Because that lasts for minutes per level, so... And resist energy communal.
How much is that? On
It's
communal?
20 fire resist.
Oh, damn. Okay.
A head pokes out of the wall, like a little lava head, very far away from where that one just went in. Probably not the same one. It says, "Okay, that was a lie. That one, that's on us. That was a lie. But we have a good reason to want." Oh God, I can't do the
What?
Mickey Mouse voice. Holy shit! How do you do that thing?
It's fine. You get your Russian and your Scottish. I got Mickey Mouse. It's good.
Okay. It's like just like, okay, we're good. We're real sorry about lying. We need to get in the city, and your dad made these stupid gas I can't breathe, and the stupid walls that I can't go through, and we need to not get ate.
Why do you want to go into the city other than burn things?
To not get ate. It's a big scary monsters out here, man.
Ah,
I don't
it is
think.
the Underdark.
I don't know if we're qualified to let people in or out of the city.
We are not letting them in.
Okay. So I guess we'll just walk away? Because, I mean, if they can't get in, then...
I imagine that there's whatever they're afraid of is probably coming towards the gate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, how about, you know what,
middle.
little buddies? If you direct it towards us, we'll kill it, and then you can go fuck off.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're already very much directing it towards us. It's been chasing us a while.
Well, then
And you
we're
hear
all
the
in
faint
agreement.
rumbling.
I'm gonna step over here, and Aneski, you might want to get over
I'm
here
coming.
ish, and Varmar, stay a bit away.
I take a step back. And,
Is there any, are these sheer walls, you said?
They're not super sheer, but they're. I mean, if you wanted to try and climb up and get like a handhold a bit higher up, then that's certainly possible.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Aneski, can you get me up on the wall?
Yeah, sure.
I have a minus
Good
2
luck.
climb.
Do it.
Activate.
I just want some high ground bonuses over here.
All right,
So,
how do I get you up?
I guess it would be, you can pick me up and then you do a climb check.
Okay.
I don't think you have to roll to pick me up. I'm pretty light, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
you're good.
Here we go. Climb check.
That's up to Frosty.
Yeah, you're good. You have high ground. Congratulations.
Awesome.
As long as you don't move,
Right.
you have high. Let's see. A head pokes out of the wall, like right next to Tanari.
Fucking,
And it's like,
fucking shit.
what are you doing here? What? Hey,
We're
it's
helping
supposed to be on
you.
the ground.
I'm
and then
helping you.
It pops back into the terrain for a bit, and then pops out a much better distance away. It's like, oh, it's in the, and then they're just like sucked back into the wall,
Oh,
like something has grabbed them and pulled them.
I don't know if I want to be on the wall anymore.
I'm gonna cast Fly.
That's a pretty
On-
good move.
on
and
who?
float about 30
Oh,
feet above.
Oh shit, on you.
Can I have one of
Yeah.
those? You got one of
Only
those?
prepared one.
Ah, fuck.
Oh wait, no. Actually, I think I prepared Elemental Body. Let me see. I did. So I'm going to say, whoever can get to me first, I can cast Fly.
Aneski, you're fine.
I cast Fly on Miss Monk.
Another head pops out. This is like the fourth different lava child to poke their head out of the walls at this point, and they're like, "Oh, did they just take little Johnny? Oh no! Oh,
Get out in the
okay.
open. We can protect you
won't
if you're
be
in the open.
Everyone, this won't be a problem if we just get the worm on our side. Everybody, praise the worm, praise, and you hear like the words "praise" echoing through the stone.
I do
And-
not like this.
Aneski! Taunt the fucking thing! Get it out here! Scream at it!
Well, she's not the best screamer, but Paul.
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Paul can scream.
Frosty.
Mm-hmm.
In an effort to create a more tempting target,
Mm-hmm.
I cast Communal Mount. Could you put 8 horses on the map?
Awesome.
I can. Horse. Oh, not like the tortoise.
Are these from the great country of horse?
So I'm currently casting my spell Wall of Horse.
And
Okay.
Neski starts singing on the top of her lungs to add more to the.
To the praise. 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's your 8 horses. You want to arrange them any differently, then too bad. No, let me make it.
I kind of want them by like two lines of 4, kind of against the
These
walls.
should be controllable by
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So I'm just seeing where, like, actually,
How much health does a horse have?
it's like 15.
Dang, okay. For a communal horse? Like a summoned horse? Or
Yep, because they're effectively war horses.
alright.
So I say, Ameski, stand in between them. If one of them gets attacked, you can noodle arm it.
Okay, so I guess you want me closer to the front of the horses.
Yeah, near us.
Well, I'm floating like how tall is this tunnel?
I'm gonna say it's as tall as it is wide. So
Okay,
like,
so I'm floating like 10 feet in.
yeah,
like,
you're perfectly centered. You're trying not to be.
I'm perfectly centered, and I'm kind of trying to stay within the deadly range of Aneski's.
Yeah, we'll flank her.
All right. One of the little ones says, "The worm demands meat, hot fresh meat," and
Yeah.
throws a lava ball at Taneski. And
Lovely.
then the rest start to join in. Everyone roll for initiative.
Okay, I expend my height and awareness.
Where are we? I always forget where initiative is. There.
It's underneath attacks.
Hey, I'll take that.
Hey.
We all rolled the same thing. It's fine. Attack of opportunity. It's fine.
Can't do it if you're flat-footed.
Ah, fuck.
Let me see. All right. That is 24 for Omar, 18 for Nari, 9 for Neski. And I'm glad I rolled these beforehand. Lava Child got a 4 and Worm got a 1.
The
That's your
worm.
Can we?
Omar, you're first. There are a couple sticking their heads out of the wall ceiling. Like, some more.
Okay. So is the air here currently not breathable for them?
This is actually breathable. It's a little bit sulfuric, but they're okay with that. It's the other poisons that you have when you're in Broken Chain specifically. That's a problem.
Uh-oh.
If you can't handle the poison, stay out of the city. I am going to. Huh. I don't feel like I need to quite create cover for us. So I'm going to cast Shield on myself.
All right.
So now I have Mage Armor, I have Shield.
All right. If that's all all you. There's a bunch of these things sticking their heads out in there. I forgot to actually roll an attack for them.
Well, they lost an initiative, so they don't get that attack.
They were sort of, I would call it surprise round, kind of.
Okay,
Don't
They
worry,
initiated the fight.
sure.
they're not very good at this. They're aiming at. No, you're on the ground now.
No, I'm in the air.
Okay, you're in the air. Aneski's on the ground. They're going to
Mhm.
aim for you. You just get a range increment. 45. What is your touch AC? Find that for me.
Touch AC. Where are you?
Oh, I also do give the horses a command to effectively follow information with Aneski.
Touch is 10.
Okay. All right. -4 successes. This command didn't work. Okay. Okay. So for them to hit, they need a 5 or above. So 3 of those hit is what that command is supposed to tell me. So take 13 damage, fire damage.
Take
Okay.
none.
Ah, none!
So take none. Yeah, exactly.
Resist
Hooray.
fire!
Yeah, magic.
They start
Wizards,
yelling,
man.
cheating. Did you protect the horses with that?
No.
Okay, then the 4 adjacent ones take like 5 damage. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
It is now. Yeah, it was Aneski's turn.
Oh, you didn't haste us, did you? Ah, that's okay.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to.
No, it's fine.
We,
Next
Yeah,
round
it's
is
fine if you.
I'll do it next turn. When the one
Yes,
finally
it
shows
is
up.
Nari's turn.
All right. Let's see. 35. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start. 1, 2, 3. How far is that last one? Kind of far. I'm gonna target all on the same one until it dies, and then next. I don't know how weak these things are, so.
Yeah, go for it.
Oof.
I can-
See that confirm. That is not a confirm. So, oh wait.
Plus 31.
Oh, sorry. My critical confirms. My crit fail does not confirm,
Okay.
which is good.
Yeah, so you're fine. Let's see. Roll individual damage for this, if you can.
Okay. So, 1, 0, 1, 0.
Are you doing cold damage, I assume?
Yes. They are.
Okay.
Yes, they are fire monsters. So yes. Double the first one. Because that
Double
was the
first
crit.
one. Oh yeah, that one's very dead.
Yep. Yeah, you double it and then you add
Boom,
50%, so it's
headshot.
kind of nonsense.
Yeah, because that's just quadruple your 19 damage. Then your second one.
It's
plus
21
its damage.
21 damage.
Yeah. Okay. You drop 2 of them.
Woo!
The cold of your soul. Huh. Is that why you have that element?
I'm a cold-hearted bitch. Get it? Yeah.
The stone, like the magma of their body, seems to just stop being hot, and they are just stone parts of the wall now, still in their pose of like throwing.
I'm
like,
making
half submerged in the
gargoyles.
wall. It is Aneski's turn.
I guess I'll move up the path a bit
All right.
towards the other these guys.
Mhm.
Let's see, how far do I want to go?
Probably just.
Oh no, I can see that.
I know. I'm making it.
Oh no. And
so
it's
that we can
dark.
see the
Oh no,
initiative.
it's
We
light.
don't need to put it.
So I can. Do-do-do.
You
guess
can
I'll
you can
charge.
move like 4. Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you can.
I can charge 90, so.
Mhm.
Um,
Also, I'm just going to say you have haste because. Oh wait, I should.
No, we don't. We
stone,
don't.
eh?
No.
Okay. Another one was going to have to be 30 feet. That's going to be hard.
He's flying though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, can fly fast.
They start trying to catch up with you. So we're going. I'm going to have to.
Just out of reach.
Are they both out of reach?
Yep.
You probably have to pause your turn for me
Actually,
there.
no. 15 feet. You
Yeah, you can hit this
the
one.
15 feet.
Okay, let's hit the 15 feet guy
All right.
with my horrifying noodly arms.
Just wait till I get you the lunge feet.
Oh jeez.
Hey, that's next level, man.
Man.
You're gonna get 2 gauntlets, one of power attack, one of lunge. And it's
Them some good gloves.
yeah. Keep your
How am I?
Oh, that's a hit.
That's definitely a hit. It's interesting when you hit it though. Like your Bardiche is it's covered in this sort of film of like speckled green because it's the changing sword that's sort of
Mhm.
Fate, I think, or sort of Destiny, whichever you prefer. Honestly, the blade is metal and the body is wood, and as you hit the metal part, just goes right through the lava child. It doesn't care at all. But like it wasn't even there, and then the wood part smacks it across the face. So you can roll your damage with.
Okay.
Okay, 26. It's dead. It just as you're hitting it with the blunt instrument, it just falls out of the wall and splats on the ground, just breaking into pieces. Now it is the lava child's turn. So, 2 of them rush out of the ground beside you,
Mhm.
like in front and behind you. Get an attack of opportunity on one, certainly.
All right.
She actually gets one on both because she has combat reflexes.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna say what they're gonna say as they're coming up, because
Talking is a free action.
probably because
Jojo.
they won't have another chance to talk. Yeah, they won't. They come out of the ground and they're like, "Immobile sacrifice for the worm god, sacrifice."
Thwack, thwack.
And rather than grapple you, you just instantly, I guess, you basically just quarterstaffing them because, again, the blade goes right through them. And you just hit them with the wood. That is the lava child's turn. God damn, they're dead. They're so dead. They had families. Why would you do this? And most of those families were being eaten by a worm. That's life. Okay. Aneski, where you're standing right now, the ground rumbles right below you,
Oh, fun.
and a worm just arises out of the ground below you, biting up like the stone as it's like burrowing through it and grabbing you with it, and then
Nice.
turns towards the path with you, probably a little bit skewered on some teeth. We'll figure that out. Worm.
Oh. Yikes.
It's
Hi,
big.
worm.
Oh, wow. Is that a purple fucking worm?
Yes,
I
it is.
do believe that's a purple fucking worm.
We go get some of these dead ones. They're cluttering up my battlefield. And roll my worm attack. Worm bite.
You got this. You don't got
Okay,
this.
36. Is that hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That hits.
Take 24 damage and does a 36 grapple you.
Grapple.
Is CMD.
Yes. I'm
36
grappled.
does.
Oh, no.
But she does
Okay.
have a CMD of 28, which
Oh.
is quite respectable.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not good enough for the worm.
You actually take 19 damage and then of lethal and 5 damage and non-lethal.
Okay.
You'll have to find a way of keeping...
There's a non-lethal right next to the damage.
There's a sheet has the
on the
thing.
right.
Oh, sweet.
Because a Blade of Barrier
19
takes the
and
first 5 damage from a lethal hit into non-lethal.
Mhm.
And you
Alright.
heal non-lethal twice as fast. So
Oh yeah.
then... So wait, how
Roll
much non-lethal? Just while I...
a 5.
5.
5. Okay, sweet.
Pretty much the non-lethal is always going to be increments of 5.
Cool.
All right. It is Vomar's turn again.
I'm going to fly furiously closer. And I'm going to wait for... I say, Nari, get close. I need to haste.
But a
You're just
full
ready to
attack.
action?
I'm going to ready the attack.
All right.
And then I'm going to send the horses to... probably one of them is
flank?
going to be hit by an attack of opportunity. But they're
well, it's
effectively,
my-
I'm going to give it a target-rich environment.
Okay. As Aneski is caught in the teeth of this thing, it takes another, just a big thrash with its head and smacks one into a wall. And it is just, splattered there.
Yep.
Uh,
Their AC's like 14. They have
Yeah.
15 hit points. They are meant to absorb like a hit.
all right. Also, I just realized your character drawbacks. These horses should be more afraid of you, but I don't know if that applies to
I don't think
quasi-real
that
fake horse.
applies to summoned horses.
All right. At any rate, it is Nari's turn.
Do I move up for the one extra attack, or do I step forward and do a full attack? Because then I could... How close do I need to be to you?
30, I think.
If you're right next to me,
Oh.
you have a fly speed of 60 feet.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose a full attack.
Actually, I realize that. Yeah.
Just haste her. I'm going to do a
Okay.
5-foot step. And do a full attack.
All right.
Pew 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 pew. So I guess Aneski, you and I, and 6 of the horses are hasted.
Wicked.
Actually, 7 of the, no, 6 of the horses.
Just get me out of these teeth.
2. What?
Let's see.
Do I have a 19 to 20 crit? I do have a 19 to 20 crit.
Hey. All right.
So here's
Confirm
1.
them.
Here's 2.
Let's see. What are those? AC is 25. So that's
This-
one confirmed crit.
The
and
second
hit.
one would hit because I get +2 for consecutive hits.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So
That is 2
Consecutive
confirmed crits.
normal hits.
2 confirmed crits. Blow this thing up.
So it would be 5 confirmed hits, and 3 of them would be consecutive, technically. Yeah. Boom.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay. There's a lot less worm than there was. Like, you are noticing,
boom,
as you're inside this thing's mouth a bit, you're seeing some more holes in the worm from the inside than you would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely still standing. It is definitely not weak. But, boy howdy, it's a lot weaker than it was. And yes, you're grappled. I think you can attempt to break out or fight while grappled? Question mark?
So either you can choose to, you would have to have a light weapon, so your bardiche would have to change into like a longsword or something like that. And you
Okay.
could just do a full attack and just try to desperately murder your way out of its mouth, or you could try to break free of the grapple and
I don't think I trust attempting to break free. So,
Okay.
I would like to change to a longsword and get my stab on.
Hell yeah.
So, for my roll, how would that affect my,
It
You
would just
have the
affect the
same.
damage.
Okay.
Your damage would be 1d8 instead of 1d10.
Okay, and how many attacks does that change at all either?
You would get 3 because you're hasted.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a strong
One.
start.
Okay.
Okay, dang.
So that's the confirm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's going to be
And
one
then
at
another 22, and
Okay.
then a final one at 17.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. This poor worm.
We just critted the fuck out of this thing. Oh my god! Holy shit! Confirm that.
Was that the confirm or was that the...
No,
3
those are
confirmed
the
crits!
attacks, 3 crits!
Okay. So
So,
you turn the sword of
Well,
fate
wait,
into
let her
a
at least roll the
sword?
damage first.
Okay.
so your damage would be /R,
Uh-huh.
space, bracket,
Uh-huh.
1d8 plus 18,
18.
end bracket,
Times.
*6.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Okay. You not only killed it, you so you are stuck in this thing's mouth. You have your barge. You turn it into a sword, and the sword of fate seems to hum excitedly with that. That's their favorite form, definitely the long sword. And you just take a couple big slices from inside its mouth, and just cut the whole front of the thing off, and just drop to the ground.
Anime
And
as
with
fuck.
that many crits, of course, you land on your feet.
And,
This thing- God, you wish the fucking ancient Yadath saw that.
well, they can share memory.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, okay, if the combat's ended, you heal all your damage in your lingering rage rounds.
Okay. I was not. See,
Big
to be fair,
damage.
that was 4 crits.
yeah, I know that was the dice.
That was 5 crits
5 crits.
in 2 turns.
Guys.
As you're like,
That's all of
You've
the
peaked.
times that I've
You've peaked.
screwed up a roll. It all led to this. I have peaked. I think it's
We're
time
paid
for me
off
to
in full.
retire.
Okay.
one of the lava children like sticks their head out of the wall, and they're like, "Worm God, worm."
Now he shoots
Huh?
it.
And it just no wait, turns into a statue. That's right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you've solved my worm puzzle.
What a puzzle. Now, purple worm's valuable is the only thing I have to ask.
Well, one thing is, if you wanted to raise a skeleton, a bleeding skeleton that can't ever die for real,
Yeah, I'm fucking taking this.
this would be the one.
Swiggity swoody.
I don't know if I'm gonna allow you to. Okay, if you have a spell to like turn it into bones, you can probably stuff them into a bag of holding for now. But, when it's
Actually,
still
I
alive-
have major creation. I can.
You gonna make it acid?
Ooh, I could green slime it because green slime eats flesh
Neat.
Okay.
and metal, but not stone. So actually, no, that might eat the skeletal structure. Oh, sorry, I'm just doing one thing for Alexandra.
The fact that it was max damage too, that's the best part.
Yeah, right.
That was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
This thing only had 200 health.
Oh, damn. Yeah, we overkill it.
Yeah. That's what CR12 looks like.
See, that's why I
need to
didn't
start-
want to waste my turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. I get it. Let me
Sorry.
Just do a big ol' X.
Christ.
Do worms have skeletons?
I
They
mean-
would have
That
an
purple one doesn't stay.
exoskeleton. Yeah, a purple worm could have a skeleton.
They're not literal worms. They're not.
I mean,
It's worm as in WYRM.
Ah, it's a big purple dragon with no wings or legs
So I'm just saying,
or face.
I spend a minute and I prepare animate dead.
Neat.
Okay, while you're preparing, you get a. I should have written down the 25-word sending you get. You get a sending from Zip, and it's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you in the monarchy right now. I'm gonna scry you, and then I'm gonna teleport, and then I'm gonna teleport you up to the monarchy." And it's just bad. Like all 25 words are gone immediately. Roll a will save, or don't.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna try. Oh, she's about to teleport me and my prize is right here. You know what? Fuck it. She can try teleporting me multiple times. I don't get that many purple.
She's just trying to scry to find your location.
Actually, you know what? Fine. I won't.
All
I
right.
won't resist.
Okay. After, I guess scry takes a minute, right?
Scrying the cast.
Because you might have time to do your thing.
I think it might actually be a. Oh, it's a long casting time.
Okay, then you have plenty of time.
It's an hour casting time.
Oh,
All right.
damn.
Really?
Yep.
Damn. Is there a greatest scrying or something I'm thinking of?
Well, there is greater scrying, but the main thing greater scrying allows you to do is cast spells through it
Oh god.
because it's being a dick.
Oh, then she actually could teleport you from there using that then, I guess. But I don't think she could teleport all of you.
Probably not. She'd have to probably come down.
Yeah.
So there might be a better spell, but scrying, if she's
Okay.
using greater scrying, it's going to be an hour casting time.
Okay, let's say it's not an hour, but because she's an overpowered NPC and she's got some way of doing it faster, but I don't
Yeah.
know if he's greatest scrying you or not. But you have, I don't know, 10 minutes to
Okay, I prepare animate dead. I say, give me some gold. Oh wait, I start taking fistfuls of gold out of, and I'm saying, oh, I'm making this puppy my friend.
All right, I suppose. Let's just shuffle money at you.
roll a perception check.
Okay.
Everybody?
But yeah, everyone can.
If this is a Vanta creature, I'm gonna be
No,
vaguely.
God no. That's not how anything works.
I
mean, it
I
could be
don't know.
actually
There
purple.
might be some cataclysm that's happening that is causing
Hey.
strangeness.
Okay. Yeah. Nora, you see a face, like a little lava child face that's peering out of a wall nearby. It's like, where God?
I'm gonna definitely shoot it.
No witnesses.
These things try to kill us. Fuck them. So I'll do the attack just for posterity. Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, that works. It's just a statue face on the wall now.
Actually, wait. I realized that I can't actually. How many hit dice does it have?
This thing. Oh, let me see. So you have 4 times your cast level hit dice to use, right?
Yes. Oh wait. Animate dead.
Or
It's
8
been
times
a
if you
very
desecrate?
long time.
There's also the spell Desecrate that doubles that already ridiculous allotment.
No matter how many times you can only control 4 hit dice worth of undead.
Okay,
I
this
can't
purple
create more hit dice than twice my caster level with a single casting.
with a single
Desecrate
casting. Okay.
doubles that limit. So I can't
this
actually
is-
do this right now because I
You
need
need
to
to
drink
desperate?
some tier. I think I need to. We need to get a potion of cure moderate wounds for me to corrupt into a necromancy potion for me to drink to then have the caster level to do this.
Okay.
I think you have some random assorted potions right now.
But I can shrink object.
Oh, well, that works.
So I say, I will have to do this later. Boop. And it turns into something 16 times smaller volume.
Nice.
All right.
That goes in
I
the
think that
bag.
makes a bag of holding. Only barely. How long does that last?
A day per level.
Ooh,
Oh, excellent.
perfect.
All right. And then as you're doing that, Zip is there. Her tiny little body and her gigantic, stupid hat. And she is like, okay, I got a new job, and it's a very important job, so I need all of you to come hold hands, and we got very little time for this job, okay? Everyone hold
Okay.
hands.
Okay.
Should we haste before we do this, or what?
Should we what?
Haste.
I'm already hasted,
Okay,
unless
not
you
that-
hasted, you're fine.
Not that urgent. It's urgent, but it's not like I'm dropping into a fight urgent, but it's urgent.
Just making sure.
And then, as you all hold hands and teleport, you're gone. And you, I can do teleportation just a little bit different in this setting, where if you're not high enough level to like a wizard in your party to cast it, it's kind of very dangerous to do. And that is why I haven't just abused the high level NPCs teleporting everywhere. That's my justification.
Okay.
But at any rate, you are teleported. It is a very strange experience. It is like you were just stop being in the real world and you start being in a world of lenses and rays and things traveling through, mirrors and stuff. And you have just been turned into light and you're bouncing around. Zip is sort of guiding you through it, and eventually you pop out the other side. And
Ooh,
You're on the-
heebie-jeebies.
at the monarchy capital, and she's like, "Yeah, I thought you could do it. Okay." She's like already teleporting again, and she's like taking her hands away from you, not taking you with her. And she takes only the time to say, "Go to the guild hall and talk to the tree person," and she's gone.
You know, we had a meeting, I guess.
The meetings last a very long time. I'm sure Zip can get us back down within 2 meals.
I hope 2 meals.
Sorry,
stupid.
surface within a day.
Wow,
2
that was going
meals
to be a
is
boring
roughly
meeting.
a day.
That meeting was going to be awful. I'm glad we're not there.
It will be all the more impressive when they come back with the big purple worm as a bleeding purple worm. It actually, that sounds much worse than when I initially
you made a purple
formulated.
worm into a bleeding purple worm, then into a skeleton, and now it's going to be a bleeding skeleton purple worm.
I think we need to give it a name.
Yeah, hell yeah. We've got 30 minutes left in the session. Let's think of names.
So where are
Well,
we?
Zip teleports you here saying, like, this is an urgent job. She seems serious for the first time in the whole time you've seen her, and you're like, we need a name for our worm.
Are we just like somewhere in the city?
You are just outside the city at, like, the main gate. But at this point, I'm not going to make you do encounters to get through the gate guards.
Oh
We
no,
already
we
did
have
that
to
a couple
talk to
times.
them again, and we have to go into the sewers and fight a golem.
We would be so much like the golem would appear and just an between the two of you, just like horde of golems just destroyed.
You find your way to the Endless Legacies Guild Hall. The door is unlocked in the waiting area. A tree person is sitting down, facing away from you.
Hello, we were told by Zip that there's a new job. Literally stole us from the Underdark.
The tree person turns around to look at you, and it sort of has an empty expression in their face, kind of vacant. You can roll knowledge local or knowledge religion.
I prefer religion.
I have neither.
Yep.
Okay.
Only Velmar can do this.
31 tells you that this is not just this is a Gorin, or actually, no, it's not. It's a zombie of a Gorin.
Oh.
Hearing you hail this person, you hear footsteps coming down from the balcony above the guild hall, and Yuju. I need to come up with a more consistent way to pronounce that, but yeah, Yuju comes down with the actual Goran by her side, and just says like, "Oh, so she called you back too, eh?"
Yes, I was in the middle of a very important meeting with my people.
Well, I was in the middle of doing some important work for my friend Jimmy, and life's hard.
Oh, you
Uh,
mean Jimmy? The Jimmy?
Is Jimmy known to? You might recall a few
Meta-wise, is this Jimmy at the end of the Bay Empire campaign?
No.
8-armed god of destruction.
In this
Synthesis
setting,
summoner?
this is a like a completely useless person who, because it's the monarchy, they are kind of paid a livable wage, and most of that wage they, for doing basically nothing, most of that wage they spend on like little adventures. Like it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you 5 gold, which is my allowance, if you go and deal with the traps in this cave, because there's some kids that play near there, and I don't want them to get killed by the traps. And
I
then
will be right back.
almost always, she will end up spending more than 5 gold on transportation and things to get to her destination.
Okay,
But-
but it's her nice thing.
Yeah, it's her useless but kind-hearted compatriot.
Since she stepped out, why don't we take like a 2-minute break?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I forgot the name of this one. It's the same one from the one shot I did. I just need to probably have a new name because I don't think I can find it.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Did everybody else run off?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
Are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to find the name of the Goran from the one shot that he's from. That they're from, and
Sadly, I have.
yeah, I don't have it written down anywhere on my sheets because I'm not prepared, I guess.
That's okay. Just give him a name like Sofo or
Silpho, yeah. Let me do a quick little plant person generator. Plant name generator. Okay, it's given me Screaming Hogweed as a name for a plant.
I kind
Which
of love
is- It's great, right?
it.
I think that's actually a plant that makes hedgehogs go insane.
Oh no.
It's like negative catnip.
I still can't get over my run of rolls there. That was
So I did actually put that in chat so they could see your damage included.
I saved it to my phone as well, so every time I get sad I can look at it. Like later on in this campaign and the next when I continue to roll shit.
So the one thing that I'll love to see is I get you some you get some kind of Cyclops thing. It's like, okay, I turned the thing into a ×4 crit weapon, and then I'm gonna hit him hard. Real fucking hard.
Just put my new best friend, this Goran, on the map. So I gave him a name, and it's like text.
Scram.
Nope, Cadia, as in Arcadia, as in plant ship, I guess.
Okay. K. So there's in Warhammer 40K, the setting. There is a wonderful planet called Cadia,
Oh, okay.
which is a fortress world that is right next to a place called the Eye of Terror, and they have fended off like chaos invasions for a very long time from the Eye of Terror. And in one of the big things they did in 40K is they actually had the 13th Black Crusade, okay, evil chaos crusade, come and try to invade Cadia, and they ended up breaking the planet before they broke the Defender's will. And so one of the things the survivors of Cadia effectively said is that the planet broke before we did. Cadia stands. So let's
All right.
see. I feel it's a little bit rude, but luckily most people involved in that meeting have no sense of time.
Mm-hmm. And also, you were not on the list of people who need to be there. You're more
True.
defense, whereas Wade and Aegis are.
I'm feeling the
Oh, I assume you took
just before I left.
I'm back.
I probably sent a feeling into my familiar of like comfort and I'll be back.
Okay, right.
Because
I
my
forgot about
familiar's
that.
at the meeting. So
I forgot about that. Yeah.
that's okay. I
what
don't
was the
need
other
my
thing?
familiar to. My crafting is going to be at half speed right now, and my luckily I'm not a witch who needs the familiar to do the to prepare spells.
Are we all back?
I don't think Snake's back.
I'm here.
I do
also
think.
assume you took that one piece of chain that you said you wanted from the.
Yeah, I did take the.
Can you hear
piece of
me?
chain.
Yep.
We can
Okay,
now
just
hear
making sure.
Hey.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. The Goran says, "No more time to waste. Get me to the shield dome before it's too late. I'll explain as much as I can while we walk." And
I don't have another communal mount.
that's okay.
Sadness.
You would probably know, having lived in the city a little bit. The shield dome is a sort of magical thing. It's what blocks teleportation in the area. It's what blocks some other like nasty bad stuff. It's sort of the abjuration heart of the city, the protection from the terrible magics that could destroy a city.
In Faerun setting, they were called mythals.
Oh yeah,
Really
that's cool.
But I say, okay, let us go.
And the Goran starts talking. I'm pretty old, a lot older than I thought I was. We Goran lose most of our memories when we regrow, but we can randomly remember other memories the next time. They're sort of lost and found and lost and found. As he's talking, he looks suspiciously at an elf across the street, just someone in a crowd, paranoid that they'll be abducted for the elven president's need, as she is chasing her own immortality, and Goran are immortal. And then he continues, your guild was recruiting Goran. I had a safe, undisclosed space. I was talking to Zip, telling her about some of the things that I was starting to remember. I was doing research with the God Shade, looking at its sap, trying to figure out if there was information in it, anything I could learn. And I was starting to remember. And then she found a way to jog my memory, show me what I forgot. The end of the world, the grand cycle. We figured it out moments before it's going to happen. She's securing other cities, getting them as ready as they'll be, and left this one to me and you for.
Huh.
And you're gonna want to roll a sense motive on this one, probably, because that could be some big bullshit.
That is whop.
It's all up to me.
They are telling the truth. As far as you can tell, they are telling the truth.
How do you know your memory's accurate?
It's not what I remembered a fact, and that there's evidence of it everywhere. It's just you need to know what's happening so you can see it. You know, it's obvious if you know about it, but if you don't, then it's hard to. It's
How does the world end, and how much of the world are we talking about?
it's a inversion of the planes. The inside goes outside, the outside goes inside, and with that, you are like it is not a long walk. You live in you're in a pretty good neighborhood, pretty close to the center, pretty close to this thing you're looking for, this missile, this shield dome. And the Goran just says, "No time for that now. We gotta get in there." And with that, we'll take you to the monitor.
Oh, snap.
So on the right, that's a side view, bad picture I drew, just to get the idea across of
Okay.
what you're looking at.
Oh yeah, top.
I need to do hide area stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's
fuck.
Zarya. Oh, God.
Oh no, it's all
Oh
gone.
no.
I've deleted it all. Real areas. All that and that. So you're all by the south of this building
With Zarya, yes.
with Zarya. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I can do a. You're gonna end up in there anyways. It's sort of a like elevated building, a circular elevated building on a big stand. In the air around it, there are odd metals and things that are like magical ingredients that are just floating around above it. Seem to be levitated by some sort of magical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
It's like there's a thing of lead or a thing of earth or a flail snail shell or stuff like that. Magical ingredients. They're just sort of added to the outside, floating above in this spacious courtyard. That seems to be in case something goes wrong. It doesn't want to explode too much of the neighboring block. The Goron just says, "Okay, we need to get in there so that I can set this thing, so that we can save the city." Okay.
And what happens to it?
How are you saving city?
We do not have. We literally life and death stuff. Okay, please.
I mean, I guess if Zip trusts him, then
I look at you and I say, I have way of getting everything across while we walk. It will take all of 3 seconds.
Okay.
As I'm walking, I start casting share memory, and I say, "Show me what you remember," and
Okay.
I share memory him. If he doesn't want to, I think it's a will save. Actually, I think it has to be willing.
Okay, that's fine. I think
So-
he is willing to do this just to get you to stop what you're doing, like to just move forward. You see a sky of pure black. You are standing on a cliff. There is no way to see the ceiling. There's no way to see too far beyond you. There are about 20 of you, other Gordon, standing around. One of you holds a staff that has on the back of it a inhuman blackened thumb, and with one tap of this and one you tap it on the ground and then cast it forward, and you hear something absolutely massive start to bend and break and snap and like bow like a gigantic tree as it just plummets to the ground. And we are talking about something that is the size of a mountain, not something that's like
Okay.
gargantuan plus, but something that is literally could reach up and touch the physical barrier blocking the sky. Like just the biggest fucking thing in all of creation.
I do believe that I saw a finger of creation put onto a staff used to break the god shade. Meta-wise, is
Yeah.
that what? Did I
You got it.
summarize that?
You got
Okay.
it. Okay. And with that, your Goran friend is already running to the front door.
I'm running too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I cast haste.
Okay. There's a golem at the door that says, like, or visiting hours are between, like, 6 and 8 on weekdays. And doesn't seem to be, by the time you just run past, it is unable to catch up to you, dispense its whatever justice it would do. And as you get to the top, there is just one wizard working, and I think I forgot to find a token for the wizard. Don't even worry about it. I'm just doing a draw a fucking square. Feel areas. Okay. You can move yourself into the top of this area, which I'll do the same with the Goran. So as you come through this central spire, a robed, bearded gentleman, not in a wizard hat, more like a wizard helmet, is standing there, and they say, "Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the hell are you doing here? You're not supposed to be up here."
And I just say, there's problem, man. Creature is using Finger of Creation to break God Shade, and city needs to be protected.
And step away.
And she holds up her bow.
Okay.
No time for talking.
There is always time for talking as long as the install shield wizard is here. And he, like...
Wonderful.
And he begins to, like, slowly do some incantation shit that is way too slow for your, like, readied bow. So you can just roll, I assume, non-lethal damage.
I'll shoot him in the leg.
Okay.
Ow! No.
So it's, oh god. I'm, don't my,
You're not
and just lays on the
dying.
ground.
You're not even unconscious.
I guess I go over to whatever console, and I
there
just.
There are 4 consoles in the room. The Goran is already at one, like, trying to figure this out. And the golem underneath you begins to sound the alarm. I should mention that Yuju did not come with you. She's trying to make a distraction on the streets for when the guards have certainly come.
Okay, so it appears like we might not be. The monarchy might not like us after this. As I start doing that, that 90s hacker thing where my hands are just flying across keyboards. I'm going to do a spellcraft check to try to figure out how to make this work.
Hacker your dad.
So, you're at this point. You're just trying to get this thing, like, into the UI. You're not sure what you're doing quite yet, but you are, breaking in. What's your spellcraft? 27. It goes pretty quick. It is not a quick process. You need to go between these 4 consoles. It's not super convenient, but yes, you're able to, in time, get it open. A minute or so.
Okay.
By this point, Nesky should probably get. I did.
Oh,
Okay,
shoot. I thought I'd
It's
moved
okay.
myself. Ah,
it's okay. By this point, there are guards showing up, and like you see, Riley, the guard captain from before.
Mm-hmm.
They show up on their, like, pimped out glass mech or
Mhm.
glass golem, I guess, that they ride inside, and like end up at the front door, and they're like, "What is the situation here?" And you just, like, punches them directly in the glass, and knocks them over and says, "No one gets in or out until I say." Their giant sword is still safely on their back, and as time goes on, more and more guards start to crowd around. As the situation gets a bit more and more out of control, you have hacked in, and the Goran is saying, "Okay, we're going to do an anti-plant shell around the city, and they're thinking more, and they're like, oh, that's not quite enough. Yeah, I'll do it. You set up your spells. They're gonna try and swat us or something. And they turn invisible themselves to avoid being attacked as they continue their hacking noises.
Oh,
We just see the the keys clicking.
Yeah, exactly. On these weird orbs.
I set up a fog cloud on the stairs.
All right. How big is that?
20 feet. If
20
I did sleet storm, it would be 40 feet, and actually like stop our Goran friend from running between the consoles.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh yeah. All right. With that, you have a fair bit of cover on there. You're 20 feet of cover, and you guarding the doors, and you are feeling reasonably safe with that.
And Neski might want to move directly in front of the staircase. They wouldn't be able to see you until they move into you, and then you'd be like, "Aha! It is I, Neski."
Come on, zoom back in.
You thought you were safe, but it is not safe with I, Aneski, on these stairs.
And I do want to mention windows. There are windows.
Well, at least we're in cover.
Oh,
Yes.
and I'm going to be in the edge, in like
The edge
guess
of the
15 in. So I think could someone do a measurement like Snake from the
Oh yeah.
stairway?
Snap the corner.
Okay. And from the other, go up 40 feet, so I can... Or go up 20 feet. Okay, I think it's... something like that.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, it works. All right. Everyone roll perception.
I have rolled multiple ones today.
How does it
Alexander stole
feel?
all my luck.
No.
Okay, 28 is quite good.
It's
Oh,
there,
Jesus.
see?
I'm here to
Okay.
save the day.
Nara, you hear clamoring from the north, like someone might be climbing, and you also see on a rooftop across the way, you see actually Godfrey, the butler.
Oh,
The
no.
butler with the throwing knives.
It's the
And I found
butler.
The butler did it. Oh no.
So I step it deeper into the thing so that unless he can see through fog clouds, they actually have to be in the fog cloud to see me.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Because I'm a bit paranoid about all these throwing knives.
There's someone up to the north.
All right.
Let's try to be non-lethal.
So you see from below the glass over here, it just shatters open, and it's less like shattering, more like something small has just pierced straight through the glass. It seems like a small kitchen knife actually as it sails through the air, and then suddenly you realize it's a speckled purple color, and it expands into the size of just the biggest great axe you've ever seen. And it's almost coming towards Vomar, but it seems to redirect itself midair and go for an Esky. And I'm going to roll my attack on that.
Oh boy, here we go.
And as this is happening, Godfrey appears in the windowsill and punches the glass open and says nothing because he doesn't know who's in the fog, actually.
Also,
20.
Alexandra, you've fully healed from last battle, so...
Good to know.
Oh, and we're hasted. We get hasted on the way in here.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Gonna need this to
I'm burning
defeat
through my spells at a
Godfried.
prodigious rate.
Are we doing initiative?
Yes, do initiative.
All right.
Okay.
I just want you to know it is 10 o'clock.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, this might be a good time to end the
Yeah, why don't we
introduction.
not do anything?
Yeah. Okay.
Godfrey here. We will.
Motherfucker! I was enjoying being below!
No, it's gonna be an above ground campaign. I lied the whole time. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. This is a bit railroady, I know,
Hey,
but
It happens.
literally,
as the
session
plot
following-
demands.
Oh, actually, so speaking of as the plot demands, you're gonna be leveling up basically at the start of next session. So you might want to make a copy of your sheets and level up over the. I guess there's a 2-week break because of Easter, and
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah, and it's also going to be a bit more choose your own adventure, a bit more sandboxy from this point on.
Hey,
'Cause,
you need to get whatever world event happening.
yeah, so I just made 11 sessions of, hey, who are you? What is the world like? And now, try and save it.
Is it plus 2 levels or 1?
Yeah, we'll go +2.
Okay,
You are level 9,
10.
and also or 10. Yeah, and Vomar, you could teleport. Yay!
Okay, so
Right back
I
down.
assume that you're expecting me to be able to teleport.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's up until the moment you teleport. It's sand or it's railroad. Now it's sandbox.
Sandbox. Okay, well, Frosty, just to give you a warning, I want to go to that tower that goes deep.
Okay.
Because it seems like if we're having planar issues, I feel bad for you, son. Going to that tower is probably the highest collection of people who know about how the planes work.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
So we're doing this battle and then leveling? Is that how that's gonna work?
I think so, unless you want to level up before the battle, and I'll, add some
It
more
depends on the
numbers to everyone.
difficulty of the.
This is balanced. Probably not at all, but it's kind of balanced for
We can
a level
probably
8 party.
we can handle it. Okay.
I looked at your AC and I was like, yeah, that could probably handle some people who do like +18s. It's good. That's
Well,
my
and Eski can just handle it by face tanking. I feel bad for my familiar